Today we'll be dealing with another challenges in quadratic equation. If you're new on this channel, kindly please subscribe. So here on this channel we will release new and unsolved videos on some topics in mathematics and physics, explaining it in its simplest way. So today we'll be solving question on quadratic equation. We have a question of this kind which says that x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. So we want to look at how this kind of question can be solved in an easy way without more stress. So from here we have the same question here as given us x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. So we have these three basic principles here. These three basic principles here. We have the first, the product. From here we have these three products, these three factors that you must know in order to solve quadratic equation in a simple way without much stress or stressing your brain. So from here we have the first thing as products, and we have the second one as sum, and the third one as factors. These three things, if you are able to know these things, these three principles, solving quadratic equation at any extent is very easy. So from here, product stands for A and C. So from here, you multiply the first number attached to this x square here and the constant, which will give you plus 6. For this sum, the value here plus 5. And for the factors here, the factors here all boils down to the number that you are going to put here. Whenever you add them together, should be able to give you plus 5. Whenever you multiply them at the same time, should be able to give you plus 6. So how do we get the factors? The factor for these two is plus 2 and plus 3. So from here, let us confirm if our factor here is actually correct. Plus 2 plus 3 gives us plus 5. Plus 2 times plus 3 give us plus 6. So we cannot fit in everything here as x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 equals to 0. So what do we have next? You can group this into a bracket. So it's the same thing as x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 in a bracket equals to 0. So from here we cannot factorize. Remember, factorization means look for the common term in between each of the brackets. So we can say factorize the bracket. So it becomes, we have 2x here, we have x here. So it's the same thing as x open bracket, x plus 2, close your bracket. Why for this? We have plus 3 here, plus 3 here is also here. So we can say plus 3 open bracket, x plus 2 equals to 0. So we cannot bring this and this together in a bracket, and we have it as x plus 3 x plus 2 equals to 0. We cannot open the bracket and conclude that our answer is the same thing as x plus 3 equals to 0, or x plus 2 equals to 0. So when you collect like term, we can say our final answer here is the same thing as x equals to minus 3 or minus 2. So we have another question here again which says that x squared minus 8h plus 16 equals to 0. So from what you have here, don't forget these three principles. The first one is product, the second one is sum, and the third one is factor. So from here, this product here has to do with the combination of our A and C. A here boils down to the letter attached to this h square here, while this C is the constant for this. So from here we can say A and C. From here, our A from here is invisible 1, and our C from here is plus 16. So 1 times 16, we can say our product here is the same thing as plus 16. Now, for the sum here, our sum all boils down to our B here. Don't forget that in quadratic equation, it has been explained that Quadratic equation is made of something of this kind: a squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. So the sum is always from the b. So the number you have here as our b is the same thing as minus 8. Why the factors here? The factors has never changed. It still remains the same thing as what we repeated here. The factors here means that look for two products, two numbers, in which whenever you add them together or subtract them, they will give you minus 8. Whenever you multiply them, they are going to give you plus 16. And in my own, I have something of this kind as minus 4 and minus 4. Minus 4 times minus 4 is going to give us plus 16. While minus 4 is going to give us minus 8. Something of this kind, minus 4 times minus 4 will give us plus 16. Minus 4 is going to give us minus 8. The one involving a multiplication table stands for the product. Remember in mathematics that product symbolizes multiplication, while sum symbolizes addition. So from here, we can now fit in everything in what we have here. We can say 8 squared minus 4h plus 16 equals to 0. So what we have here, we group them in a bracket, it becomes 8 squared minus 4h plus 16 equals to 0. So from here, factorize the bracket. Factorize the bracket. So we have it as, when you check what you have in this first bracket here, it becomes, you have h here, you have h here, factorize it out. So it becomes h open bracket, h minus 4, close the bracket. You have a minus here, you have a minus here, factorize it out. You have 4, factorize it out. So what we have left is h minus 4, close bracket, equals to 0. So I want you to notice that in quadratic equation, whenever you are making use of solving questions of this kind, remember that what you have in the two brackets must be the same thing. If they are not the same thing, then you should go back to your product. What you use as your factors here, I think there is an error if you have something of that kind. So from here, since what we have in these two brackets are the same thing, so we can move on. This h minus 4 here, we can group them in a bracket as the same thing as h minus 4. What we have in these two brackets, since they are already the same thing, we can decide to pick one of them, and it's still the same thing as h minus 4, close bracket equals to 0. So from here, open the bracket, collect like term, we can say h minus 4 equals to 0 or h minus 4 equals to 0. Collect like term for everything, so it becomes h equals to 4 twice. So we have the third question as this on the board. We have 7w squared plus 10w plus 3 equals to 0. When you check this third question, you will be shocked that this question looks more strange. It's different from what we've solved earlier. So, and this is the way this kind of question is always being approached. It has never been different from the same way we solved our question 1 and question 2. So from here, we can solve it in this way. Now, observe that we have 7 here. This 7 here symbolizes for the symbol for A. Remember, we have A here. So, why for the C? This C here symbolizes for the constant, and our constant here is what? Plus 3. So we can say plus 7 times plus 3. Plus times plus will give us a positive sign, plus 7 times 3 is going to give us 21. So I want you to know that this thing has never been different from our number 1 question. Although we have a number attached here, it is still the same process and the same principle. So from here, our sum is still the same thing as what you have here as the B. Plus 10. So what we have here is plus 10. So for the factors again, factor is not different from what I said earlier. Factor is a replacement of numbers that Whenever you multiply them together, they will give us plus 21. Whenever you add them, they will give us plus 10. So for my own, after looking for the product of this and additions, so I have come to say that plus 3 and plus 7 are going to be the perfect number for this replacement. Okay, let me say plus 3 times plus 7 will give me 21, plus 3 plus 7 will give me plus 10. Since this is what I have as my factor, so I can now put in anywhere I see plus 10w, I can put plus 7 plus 3. So it's the same thing as xw squared plus 10w plus 3 equals to 0. 7w squared plus 3w plus 7w plus 3 equals to 0. Then group them in a bracket, so it becomes 7w squared plus 3w plus 7w plus 3 equals to 0. So from here, don't forget factorize. So we have w here, bring it out, w, open bracket, 7w plus 3 as what we have left inside this bracket. While for this, we have plus 1, open bracket, 7w plus 3, close bracket, equals to 0. And don't forget that the word factorization means look for the common term of what you have in each of these brackets. So we can say from here, since this is what we have in this and in this bracket, bring them together, so it becomes w plus 1, open bracket. What you have in this bracket and in this bracket is the same. Pick one. Equals to 0. Now open the bracket. W plus 1 equals to 0, or 7w plus 3 equals to 0. We collect our like term. So w equals to minus 1 or minus 3 all over 7 when you divide you divide this side. So this is what we have as our question in quadratic equation today. I believe you find solving problems in quadratic equation very simple. So see you in our next video, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.